What's up everybody, today we're taking a look at BM versus MM Hunters in the Dragonflight pre-patch. Now we'll be looking a bit at how both of them perform currently, how they play, and which you should play. Spoilers, you should play whichever you think is the most fun. Now the reason I'm not covering survival here is because it's a melee build, but if you want I can make a serve video going over how it plays/performs as well. Now there are obviously some differences between the specs, both play-wise and performance-wise. BM is currently a kill command spamming powerhouse with an extremely smooth rotation that works really well when you have gear, and Beast Cleave also makes your kill command hit all nearby targets for 50% of its damage, making it really fun and engaging on AoE. Not surprising, this works really well on AoE with the current kill command heavy builds, giving us very consistent AoE as all our pets auto attacks and kill commands AoE, as well as some AoE damage from stomps, making it very evenly spread. And even with a more AoE focused build, you're still able to perform extremely well on single target, as you only lose a few single target cooldowns on AoE like Bloodshed. Now going over to the marksman side of things, the new playstyle where you not only trick shot AoE with aim shot and rapid fire, but you also incorporate multi-shot a lot more in your AoE rotation due to bullet storm and lethal shots. So anytime your aimed or rapid fire hits an additional target, your multi-shot's damage is increased by 7% per target up to 10. And new applications does not increase this buff, so you get a small window where your multi-shot slaps like crazy. Now you combine this with precise shots and lethal shots, so multi-shot deals 75% more damage with precise shots and up to 70% increased damage from bullet storm, and anytime you multi-shot you have a chance to reduce cooldown on rapid fire. So this interaction makes it a lot more interesting and makes you want to spend precise shots during AoE this time, when you're high on bullet storm stacks. And you also apply explosive shot on up to 2 targets every 45 seconds when you multi-shot or volley, which is pretty damn fun. Opening a pack with a double explosive shot? Yes. Now that being said, marksmanship is way more front-loaded when it comes to damage compared to beast mastery, so the AoE ceiling as MM is a lot higher. With tons of targets and wild spirit plus true shot up, you do a lot of burst damage, which BM really can't compete with. However, for longer fights, BM evens out a lot, as their damage is more consistent rather than front-loaded and bursty. But for shorter, bursty AoE, MM really shines. Like on Xymox, Mythic, and Sepulchre with the ad platforms or intermission spawns, or Anduin intermission with all them ads, you can really let MM shine. Now that being said, currently BM does more single target, at least while I've been testing, and especially when you're in an AoE build, BM does a lot more single target than Marksman, which might sound weird, but remember, fights aren't usually only AoE, so comparing single target in those instances is valuable as well. Now neither spec performs poorly in either AoE or single target, BM is just way more consistent. And another thing to consider is how the specs play as well. Now everyone has their own preference when it comes to this. BM currently has way less ability bloat and is, as always, a low button build, mostly spamming kill command and barbed shot and the occasional cobra or multi-shot. Now marksmanship, on the other hand, requires a lot more setup and quote mode proper play end quote mode. On AoE, for example, you have a setup of popping cooldowns like wild spirit into volley plus true shot into rapid fire plus aimed and death chakram and aimed into multi-shot, so you max out your bullet storm stacks, apply explosive shot with volley, get death chakram for focus regain and increased damage done, and then you start slapping out precise shot empowered multi-shots and as many aimed and rapid as possible, absolutely shredding packs. So it rewards proper play a lot more, or rather it's a lot harder to mess up BM. It is possible though. I've done it. Now you also play around your rapid fire resets a bit, where you might want to delay casting aimed for a few seconds to get rapid fire back so you don't reset a 4-second cooldown on it instead of a 20-sec cooldown. And spamming arcanes or multi-shots when you're out of aimed to trigger your CDR on rapid fire, lots of small things. Whereas BM, you kinda just mash your face against the keyboard and hope you either press kill command and barbed shot while AoEing everything. I mean, it's so straightforward, but synergizes so well with their toolkit, so it's just so much fun spamming out 2-3 kill commands in a row, slap down a barbed shot, 2-3 kill commands, 1-2 barbed, and the more barbed resets you get, the happier you get as they reset kill command. They trigger brutal attacks, they deal a ton of damage themselves, and reduces Bestial Wrath's cooldown, which gives you more barbed, so it just feels like a well-oiled machine. And as you might have noticed, I am a huge fan of BM, I always have been, and I love him even more going into Dragonflight. Dragonflight. That being said, I really like where MM is going, and it is super fun to play on AoE. It's a little more dull currently on single target, but that gets better in Dragonflight. Although some more love could be sprinkled in the MM talent tree, to be fair. Now I urge all of y'all to try out both MM and BM, and don't worry too much about what is or isn't doing the best. Play what's fun, it's pre-patch. Learn how both of them works, and you'll also know what you can expect once Dragonflight launches. Unless they majorly overhaul Hunters, which I doubt. How they play now, minus Covenants, is pretty close to how it is on max level in Dragonflight. And both specs just works even better, BM Hunters gets even more kill command love, and Marksmanship get a lot more aimed and kill shot center talents for both AoE and single target. And now I'll link all the builds I used in the description below so you can try them out if you wanna. I also have a pre-patch build guide out for BM if you want more info about that. Now I hope this helps. Let me know in the comments what you think about BM/MM Hunters so far. Loving it. Don't forget the usual stuff, like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. It really helps me out. I also stream all progression on Twitch. Now make sure to check out my Patreon if you want to help support me, my work, and my goal of upgrading my computer. As a patron, you get access to the Stankie Gaming Discord where you can get help with anything raiding related, and it's filled with a ton of awesome people that help each other out during progression. You can also get video shoutouts and other things as a patron. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.